celebrating the 80s today for no particular reason. We really don't have an excuse. We just thought it would be a fun thing to do, and it has been. Just looking awesome. Back, Dougall Fraser is here with us today as our guest host, and you are a cosmic coach.
Yeah.
Extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Did you add that?
Well, of course. I'm gay. There's a flair.
Yeah. We need to do that on all of our titles.
When you told your husband, I'm going to add extraordinaire to the end of my title, did he just roll his eyes? Or was he like, no, definitely.
He's like, enough with the fairy dust. I get it. He's very supportive.
So, one of the things that you were explaining before about your gift is the way that it works. And really that we all, and my mother also has the same gift, by the way. So I understand when you say, you know, it's something that we all can tap into.
Right.
But you've just developed yours to a point where you can actually see auras and see people's energy.
Well, as a kid, I kind of gave my power away to psychics. Like, I wanted all of the decisions made for me. And I think the reason people go get a reading is because they don't want to experience pain. So they want to hear that everything's going to be okay and they don't have to worry. Unfortunately, part of living on the planet is we have hiccups. You blow a tire or you get out of a relationship and it happens. So you can prepare for something perhaps negative coming, but it's more important to empower them how to change it. Yeah.
Now, you got to us the last hour. What about these two here?
Well, their checks haven't cleared yet, so I'm not going to do their loans.
My debit card went bad yesterday, so I have to get a new one.
That's the whole Target thing.
No, it was.
So Courtney's in a great place. First of all, she has a rare color around her right now, which you don't normally see in an aura, which is white. So white is considered the color.
I had white last time, too, I feel like.
Did I say that?
I think so.
See, I don't remember
Maybe
that.
it was purple.
Someone had
No,
pink.
you had pink.
I had
you
pink.
still have pink today.
Okay,
what does white mean?
So white is clarity. When someone is really in their stride, I know she's shocked.
It's the hairspray.
No, but here's the thing. Right, it's Aquanet clarity. When someone's really in their stride, when they're in a good place, it's a very open, somewhat neutral color, and what that means is I feel content and things are happening. It's also like a go get it. Now is not the time to hold back. You want to do everything, set every dream into motion, take every possible action you can, because it's a very good space. However, there will be some sort of rearranging or home thing going on. If someone has white, it's like they want to get rid of clutter, they want new space, they want it to feel clear so that they can be clean and like make the right decisions, but it's a really good sign. Yeah.
No, that's good. Yeah, because I don't do well with clutter. I'm like, I'll throw everything away.
Here's the unfortunate part with white. Sometimes with white, it turns into like a social clearing. So there are some friends that might kind of fall out of your life, not because there's an argument, but just because things have kind of shifted a little bit. So you may notice your group or your community starting to shift, which will be hard for you, but it feels right.
Interesting.
So that would be the idea of like saying something negative. You know, I don't want to be like, oh, everyone's going to be fighting. It's not that they're going to be fighting.
But I might do some friendventory.
Friendventory. I like that. That's good. Yeah, so over here we have peach and orange. So orange is the color of balance and perception. It's also an extremely intuitive color. That's someone that can connect with the energy and emotions of other people, which can sometimes be taxing and a little bit confusing. So like if you and I had a phone conversation and I had a terrible day, you would get off the phone and for a few hours feel a little bit funky because you kind of absorbed it. Why does she absorb it? She's the queen helper. She just wants to help, and it's too much. So sometimes she has to push back a little bit, and you can be there for someone without absorbing it. I call it making a semi-permeable shield. You validate someone's emotions, but you don't necessarily have to take them on. I've had way too much coffee this morning.
No, I could listen to you for hours. So it's about reading people's energy, but also this is something that you can do over the phone as well.
So that's the thing. I prefer to do it over the phone. Like I'm in Dallas the next 2 days, and I'll be seeing private clients in person because people enjoy it. I think it's more of an experience. I prefer over the phone. If somebody calls me and they just started dating someone new and they're really excited about it, I don't want to see their facial reactions. So I want to give a really clear answer. I just have to hear your voice. That's why I love doing radio. I can hear your voice and tune into the energy. To get really new agey, we all vibrate. So when I hear the sound of your voice, I can tune into the frequency. I sound like a lunatic.
I love it.
I also love that you sort of own that part of it too.
I call myself the queer guy with the third eye. Like, this is a ridiculous job. I didn't choose. It was in Dallas. The Dallas Observer selected me the best psychic in Dallas. I did this as a hobby, and that's how my career kind of launched.
I think it's just fascinating.
What is your family, and obviously your husband's here, but your friends, your family, your parents, siblings, are they just like, oh, here he goes again?
My dad was like, you are going to do what for a living? And I was like, I have a deck of tarot cards and a dream, darling. Exactly. And I think they were nice enough to say, go fail, you know, and then when I became, you know, I'm very blessed, I'm very successful, and I get to do a lot of fun things. They're super proud.
And you have the personality to back it up, too.
Well, thank you.
So can I forecast what I think you are?
Please do.
Since I'm so good at
Yeah.
First of all, I see a lot of love around you. I think you have a very deep, genuine heart.
Thank you.
And I think that you are extremely, genuinely eager to help people.
Always.
And because you are so giving in that, it's going to come back to you 1,000-fold.
Thank you. What's good about that is I specifically wore pink today because I was feeling critical. Pink is the color of perfection and unconditional love. When someone has pink around them, they exude that energy, and that was my goal.
Oh, what is
It's trying to shake my job.
What's the bad color?
There is no bad color. Every color has a positive and a negative. If someone has like earth tones, like a brown, they can be a little bit materialistic. But if it's on the outside of the aura, it's just about them trying to ground themselves. Like when we got married, you know, my partner's Jewish, my parents are WASPs. I was so overwhelmed, I wanted orange and brown everywhere. Brown to ground everyone, and orange to have some balance. So I use it in fashion, I use it in decorating. It's all over.
We could have a whole show just about that. Well, honestly. Okay, when we come back, we are meeting the man behind the Mondavi line of wines. Yes, wines were big in the 80s too. Hello. He's here in our studio with our wine guru, Haley Hamilton. We're going to be talking to him next. Woo!